The big question today is, what do our arms need to feel like during the swing? This is a massive question that a lot of you get, unfortunately, really wrong. I'm here today to tell you what exactly, especially one of the best golfers in the world, used to do with relation to how his arms should feel during the golf swing. Before we start, don't forget to hit that subscribe button. 2 lessons every week to help you enjoy the game a heck of a lot further. Now, how should the arms feel during the swing? It's a massive question, and so many of you unfortunately get it really wrong. You're either really tense or you're like wet noodles. There has to be something in between, but what does that feel like? Now, we can learn from one of the greatest ever, Jack Nicklaus. If we look at his routine that he used to start with, you watch old videos of Jack Nicklaus. He was an absolute genius, and his routine was complete every single time. Throughout his career, his routine was almost exactly the same every single time. The same amount of waggles, the same sort of steps he was taking with his feet. It was all the same. But what did he do with his arms that was so special and what you can learn from? What he did when he stepped up to that ball, he made his little circular waggles. So his arms were nice and light. His arms were really nice and light to be able to make some circular waggles with his golf club. So many of you start off when you get up to that golf ball, you're gripping it for grim death, and you're getting up to that golf ball and you're really stiff already. The arms are really close to us. This is bad. Why is this bad? Because the arms need to do the swinging. And the problem is if they're really tense and tight and tucked into us, they're not allowed to do the swinging. So this is massive for you in particular. But Jack Nicklaus used to get up to the golf ball and used to maneuver his hands, used to allow his wrists to make circles with that golf club. He took the tension out of them. Okay, so first things first, what I want you to do, I want you to get up to that golf ball and without death gripping that golf club, first of all, I want you to waggle that golf club just nice and easy, just really nice and easy. And then from there, we can place the golf club down. And that's when we gently firm up the arms. Because what we don't want is wet noodle arms. We don't want to go to the extreme and produce those wet noodle arms. Because the problem is there's no stability on this golf club. It could literally do anything. We could top it, we could fat it, we could hook it, we could do anything with it. Okay, so we don't want wet noodle arms. There has to be an element of firmness when we take that golf club back. But on a firm scale of 1 to 10, we're a 5. We're not choking the golf club, and we're not really absolutely like a 1 out of 10, a wet noodle arm. We are just simply a 5. So we're loosening those arms and then gently firming those arms to begin with. Because if we think about it like this, let's say, imagine, for example, you're swinging 675 miles an hour. You're going to come into contact with that ground and the ball. We have to firm up those arms to cope with the reaction at impact, to cope with that feeling at impact of the club into that ground. Because if we think about it like this, there's a load in that shaft here. There's a massive load in that shaft to be able to get down to that golf ball. And as a result, we really have to feel, we can't have, again, really loose arms, wet noodle arms to be able to cope with that. We need firm arms to be able to cope with the impact that that club is making with the ground and that golf ball. So you're going to make sure you waggle that golf club first of all, firm up those arms, and then we've got the right arm pressure as we take that club back and take that club down into impact. So it's not too stiff. It's not wet noodles. It's just firm with the arms on that way through.